Greetings, Sword Secret Agent trainee. Today we're going to continue your training as you work towards earning your Sword Secret Agent badge. Today we're going to take a look at a little bit more at types of government, and you're going to need a couple of things today. In your World Studies textbook, we're going to be on page 82 and 83, and you're also going to need your Sword Top Secret packet, your types of government notes foldable, which eventually will fold over and put into your notebook, and also your keywords page. So have those two things handy. All right. Well, I looked up types of governments in the world and on Wikipedia and found this map. And man, there's a lot of different types of governments out there. How can we simplify this and make it a little bit easier for us to organize? Well, I think that there's one simple way we can do that, and it's reflected on your types of government organizer. There's basically two types of governments in the world, and they all break down into this big idea. Who has the power? Within that government system, who has the power to make decisions, write the laws, create the laws, carry out the laws? Who has the power? And if you use that key big idea, I think you're going to find that there's basically two types of governments: authoritarian and democratic. And let's take a look at those a little bit closer and distinguish between those two types. What's the difference between those two types? Well, first, authoritarian governments are those types of governments in which the power and the authority is held by a small group of people. A small number of people have the power. And the citizens, the average people, you and me, have very few powers or rights or responsibilities within the government. And certainly there are no elections. So for example, in an authoritarian type of government, you may have a king or a dictator or even the military running the country. And the power authority is held in a small number of people hold the power and the authority. And again, the citizens have few powers, rights, or responsibilities, and they have no elections in order to change the leadership of their country. Well, let's take a look at the other side then. How about democratic types of government? And you might remember this prefix from our study of population. Remember, demo was the Greek word for people. And so we used that word before when we were talking about demography, the study of population, the study of people. Well, democracy or democratic government, that just means government by the people. So it comes back to, again, this prefix, demo, meaning people. So what's the difference between these two types? Who has the power? In democratic governments, the power and the authority is held by all of the people. There are elections, and the people do choose their leaders. The people, the average citizens, have rights as well as responsibilities, and one of them is to vote and elect their leaders. Send people to places like Congress in Washington, D.C. To vote and discuss and write laws for the country. So again, the people choose their leaders through elections. And if they don't like their leadership, if they don't like the decisions or the laws written by that government, they can always vote them out next time. Their vote does count. Well, that's basically the difference between the two types of governments, authoritarian and democratic. And again, it all comes back down to this big idea. Who has the power? Is it a small group of people, like a dictator or an absolute monarch? Is it a type of government system where the people don't have a vote? Or is it a democratic type of government where the people do have the power? They do choose their own leaders through elections and voting. Again, it comes down to that big idea: who has the power? All right. Thanks for watching Sword Secret Agents. Continue your training.